But let's talk about the prophetic word again today. We're going to look at 1 Samuel 28:2, then Joshua 9:14-16, and then Galatians 4:16-17. So let's begin with 1 Samuel 28:2. So David said to Achish, "Surely you know what your servant can do." And Achish said to David, "Therefore I will make you one of my chief guardians forever." There's someone listening to this video that's about to make some decisions in your life, and you're bragging to the person that is involved in that decision making. They are about to make you a part of something, and you're boasting about your ability rather than seeking God first. You're trying to get them to make the decision about you based on your ability, and God is not factored into this decision that you're about to make. You're focusing on this individual like the king of the Philistines at the time, Achish. So David said again to Achish, "Surely you know what your servant can do." And Achish said to David, "Therefore I will make you one of my chief guardians forever." A lot of times if we're paying attention and we're trying to get other people to pay attention to our abilities, we forget by not really listening or seeking God's counsel that this same Achish was the enemy of the nation of Israel. And David was running from Saul. And so he was trying to get or find a place to have a safe haven away from the attacks of Saul. And so he was propositioning the king of the Philistines and saying, "Surely you know what your servant can do." And so without David really seeking the Lord in that situation, Achish, the king of the Philistines, says, "Therefore I will make you one of my chief guardians forever." See, that was the enemy. And the enemy likes to, and if you got to be careful to make sure that it's not the enemy that wants to join with you in some sort of covenant or some sort of agreement or contract. Because their intention is not just to have you for a little bit. Their intention is to have you forever. And that you're bound to them when God says, "Listen to me, pay attention to what I think about the situation." A case in point is the next prophetic word, Joshua 9:14-16. Then the men of Israel took some of their provisions, but they did not ask counsel of the Lord. So Joshua made peace with them, made a covenant with them to let them live, and the rulers of the congregation swore to them. And it happened at the end of 3 days after they had made a covenant with them that they heard that they were their neighbors who dwelt near them. The homework today is to read Joshua chapter 9 to find out the entirety of this story. In short, the Gibeonites lied to the nation of Israel, saying that they were from a country far away. So they put on old clothes and had old wineskins to show that they had traveled so far to make a covenant with the nation of Israel. And they basically were a neighbor because they were afraid that Israel would take them over. So the covenant between their enemy really was that they would gather water and cut wood for the nation of Israel forever. And you may actually be in that position with making decisions in your life, that God does not want you to make a decision without his counsel, because you may very well be attached to that agreement or that covenant between the two of you, or the contract, longer than you would really want. Just like the king Achish and just like the Gibeonites here. Galatians 4:16-19 says, "Have I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? They zealously court you, but for no good. Yes, they want to exclude you, that you may be zealous for them." So you think that you're benefiting from this situation by not seeking God. You're looking to your own resources and your own ability, and God wants you to seek him. Seek his counsel on this situation. If the Joshua and the nation of Israel had waited 3 days, they would have found out that these Gibeonites were lying to them. And you also need to, in this agreement or this discussion of coming into some sort of contract with someone in your life, you need to wait those days too. God will bring to the light those things that you need to see. So you need to wait before you make a decision. And then as you wait, you need to seek God and his counsel. Because as Galatians 4:16 and 17, you don't want to find yourself in a situation where Paul is saying they zealously court you, but for no good. Yes, they want to exclude you that you may be zealous for them. You may think that you are about to come in agreement with a situation where it's going to bring more freedom to your life. But in reality, it may very well be, because you're not seeking God's counsel, more bondage, more duty to someone that you should have never had the commitment in the first place. So wait the 3 days, seek God's counsel through his word, and he'll show you. God bless you. Have a great day.